Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
We're kind of sleepy today. It's way past when I would normally wake up. But I woke up when Savannah did, and I was up and I watched the Bachelorette episode from a couple nights ago. And then started listening to the Chatty Broads podcast about it. I don't know if you've heard of it, but Chatty Broads with Becca and Jess. Started listening to it and quickly fell asleep. And didn't wake up until this guy climbed in bed with me. I was super out, so tired. I don't know what's wrong with me today. And I gave up coffee a few months ago. As part of my diet change, I'm giving up coffee, caffeine, so I can't even have like tea with caffeine in it, in an effort to just change my diet for baby. So we've just been chilling in bed. We watched an episode of Elves on Netflix.
It's
Lego Elves, whatever. We watched the first episode of that, so we've had enough screen time for this morning, and I think we're about to get up, start tidying, and then really get a move on our day because we kind of have a lot to do today. I love you.
Love you.
So let's get into it. Here we go.
Bye.
One of our primary goals this summer was to make sure that Oliver was still learning throughout the summer, and so I wanted to show you the little station that we've set up for him, what we've been working on, and how we're getting him ready for kindergarten and beyond. So this is his book area. He's got a lot of books, but these are primarily like the educational books. So he's got Sylvan. It's grade 1 because he's quite advanced in English right now. We've also got the big first grade from School Zone, and I like this one because it talks about money and fractions, time, phonics, spelling, vocab, reading comprehension, which I think is really important. He's pretty good at that, but can still use some help. We've got Giant Math Readiness for kindergarten. We've got an early learning activity book, which is a wipe and clean, which he loves, and we love it because he can reuse it. We've got a scissor skills activity pad so that he can learn how to use scissors safely. We've got phonics for kindergarten, which he's almost done with. We've got numbers 1 through 30 and alphabet activities. These are both a little bit young for him, I would say. I would say he's pretty good at those, but he needs help with handwriting, and they have a lot of handwriting activities in them. We've got a map back here because he loves maps, and then we received these 2 books, Kickstart Kindergarten and My First School Book, from his preschool teachers. Next, we just have reading level books. We've got My First Reading through level 3. We could probably get rid of My First Reading and level 1s, maybe even the level 2s, because he's working more on these right now, and we try to get a variety so that he, is finding interests in learning history and all of those things. We've got a super old children's illustrated dictionary, My First Encyclopedia, and then we've got a bunch of Usborne books. At least I think most of these are Usborne, that are just like educational and good for him to learn how to read, and then some Ranger Rick Juniors, which are pretty easy to read, not too hard for him, and then more Usborne books like Space Station, Art, First Book of Why, just things like this, and so we try to make sure that we're reading some educational stuff every day. Then moving on from that, we also have this bin of books that we've been collecting that are chapter books. Now some of these are too old for him, but he can read the Geronimo Stilton, the Magic Tree House. We haven't really tried anything else. Roald Dahl probably is fine. Some of them might be a little bit old. We're just kind of working through it, but he just read Coraline as well, which was a little scary, but he liked it. Then we have this bin with all of his supplies. So the first is primarily different, you know, stickers that he might like. We've got school supplies, so stamps,
And we
you know,
got-
great, do it again.
We got some cardigans.
Yeah, as well, so these are his flashcards, addition and subtraction. We're really trying to get into math,
Yeah.
because that bit is kind of hard. Glue
Yeah.
sticks, scissors, pencil sharpener, and then writing utensils. So there's mechanical pencils in here, regular pencils, and then crayons and markers. And then in these bins we have like kind of a variety of things. We'll start at the bottom. So the bottom does get open, but it has this leap pad, and we have first grade stuff. So spy math, superhero vocabulary, and STEM with problem solving.
I always keep doing spy math.
Yeah, he likes spy math quite a bit. And then in here, I just have his water wows. This isn't his educational, but it is helping him learn how to stay in the lines. So the water wows, and then underneath are just a bunch of different coloring books. And then in this top bit, we have a folder with a bunch of teacher
Yeah,
stuff.
and my first grade thing.
Yeah, and then, oops, we got all ready for first grade because he's pretty ready for kindergarten. And I really like this. It had some really good reviews. It's for ages 5 through 7. Some of the activities are too advanced for him yet, but I just like that everything that's included. Yeah, that is his little learning center. If you have any suggestions, I would love them. So this is my favorite part of my classroom. As an English teacher, I have a lot of books. These are not all mine, but the first 5-ish are mine, and then the last 2 are books that have been purchased by the school, mostly, as well as like games that were just left here when I came here 3 years ago. And then I've got this mural that I painted, I watercolored in July last year. Go above it because there's so much blank space and it just looked really kind of eerie. So there's that, and then here's where I have most of the books that we read last year. Changing that up a little bit. It's so messy, but yeah. So for lunch, we have a dairy-free cheese quesadilla using Daiya cheese and gluten-free tortilla because he's got sensitivities to dairy and gluten. We've got dried apple slices, these pea snap things that he likes, cut up pears, kind of a lot. I only gave him half, but it looks like so much. And then some organic rainbow baby carrots. And what are we gonna do now, Ollie?
Plant some flowers. So, how many dollars is $2.49?
So this is our little free library. It's called Bookworm Exchange. Our charter number is 67517. Today we're gonna plant some wildflowers.
Yeah, so it is for $2.49.
took a rain walk. We're heading home. We walked through the river because it's pretty much the same. I mean, it's the same temperature as it always is. It wasn't too cold, it wasn't too warm. But now we are heading home with a very wet dog. We're very wet too. So I think we're gonna get toasty warm and then maybe settle in for a nice warm movie. Listen to the warm movie, a nice movie, and listen to the rain. We came inside from the rain and we took a shower so we could be nice and toasty. And then we read some books for our summer reading challenge, and now we're gonna watch
Paw Patrol!
Paw Patrol! Rebel on the Double.
Yeah.
So that's all for today.
Yay.
Bye!
Bye!